Greetings, beautiful friends. Happy Monday to you. Here we are getting ready for, this is a very auspicious week that we are getting ready for. This is our usual Monday check-in and our Mastering Your Mindset session. So before I get into pulling cards, I use 4 different decks of cards for these sessions, but I like to just feel into and share with you and riff on what's happening with the moon. That's why I'm saying it's very powerful. So this week's lunar influence is from a full lunar eclipse, as well as the full moon in the sign of Virgo, which happens on the 14th, which is really good for us to just really be feeling into this energy, because it does actually need a wee bit of reflection and contemplation and preparation for this very powerful energy. So with it being a full moons are all about really shining the full light. There's nothing can hide when we're under the influence of a full moon. And then eclipses, they talk about eclipses as being in windows. So it opens with this lunar eclipse and then it will close in 2 weeks' time with a solar eclipse. So these eclipses are very powerful evolutionary gauges for us. So it's about really getting in touch with your inner wisdom, with your inner vibes. And so with this also, Virgo is very practical. Virgo is very methodical and very action oriented. However, this is about really allowing you to walk forward with your truth. Do you really share your authenticity? And do you trust? I've always said there's a really big, strong vibe around healing and clarity and authenticity and integrity. So coming with this idea of trust, I've always said that I believe trust is an inside job. So feel into that for a wee moment. If you have the propensity or the pattern to not trust other people around you, could it be because you do not trust yourself first? And this is why I'm saying it's an inside job. Because people do, let us down or not follow through, or they say they're going to do something and then they don't. If that affects you, then what is it that you're doing? Maybe it's a boundary that you need to put in place. Maybe it's a direct request from you, asking for what you need. So feel into that and see, is there layers, are there pieces where you've not allowed your own vulnerabilities, your own authentic nature, your own light? That's what really this idea of mindset mastery is allowing you to really clear all things that are maybe blocking you from sharing your gifts, your talents. That's what each one of us is here to really get in touch with, our own nature. And our own nature keeps evolving and changes as we, come through certain situations or experiences, and we learn and we become, and there's always a cycle of, doing things and embracing things in a certain way. And then when that is over, it's about letting go and stepping into the next cycle, the next phase. So this is like the evolutionary process. It's like, I always think of that as the spiraling up. We are all evolving and shifting and changing. The ways that you speak to and about yourself, say 10, 15 years ago, is completely out of date. But it's more about becoming more of who you are. That's what this universe needs of each one of us, is to own and to claim and to show up uniquely, truly as we are. And not needing to feel like we have to explain or justify or dilute even, or put a mask up. Who are you behind the mask? So I really encourage you to use some of these ideas to get ready for this very powerful energy that we're going to step into. The other reason that it's very powerful is, so we have that lunar eclipse, full moon in the sign of Virgo, and then right the day after that happens, Mercury goes retrograde in the sign of Aries. So there's why I think it's so important for us to really watch our verbiage, inner and outer. So using words that are rooted in your authentic nature, that are rooted in your own truth, if that makes sense. If anything I say on these sessions discombobulates you or confuses you, or you need a wee bit more guidance or support, just put it in the comments below or message me directly. This is a time to really just feel into, and like I said, trusting that the answers you're looking for are looking for you. But sometimes that means, needing to ask for some help, or needing to ask for a wee bit of support or reflection or guidance. So just feel into that. So now let's start looking at some cards. Because this is such a powerful week of letting go, let's start with the letting go cards. Take a nice deep breath. And let's see, what can we focus on letting go in order to really up-level and magnify our own propensity for healing and compassion and truth and trust. Trusting your truth. Oh, this is a good one. So the card that's come up here is depending on others for your happiness. So, I just said a moment ago, who are you behind the mask? Sometimes we can put masks up in order to connect with certain people, or to have ourselves being approved or belonging. Depending on others for our own happiness is, it's similar to what I just said about trust. It's an inside job. Happiness is an inside job also. So maybe this is a part of allowing the light of you to be shed upon what makes you happy. What makes you smile and sing and feel connected? Head, heart, and higher self. That's your trinity. Head, heart, and higher self. That's got nothing to do with other people. Now, we all do need other people. We all do well with having authentic people around us. But it's not a necessity. The necessity is having that authentic connection with you. And then connections with others are beautiful bonuses, but it's because we're being true to who we are. We're showing up our authenticity, and by doing that, we attract those who vibe with us. And sometimes that's that whole idea of people come into your lives for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. Those who are in our lives for a lifetime are very few. Others come in for a reason and a season. And so depending on any of them for our own happiness kind of detracts from the fact that we are spiritual beings. We always have what we need within us. I trust that makes sense. I was just shuffling tarot cards because we get one tarot card to go along with it. Oh, look at this one. It's powerful. It's the world. I love that. The world. Lead with your heart. The symbology of that, I always think of she's leading with her heart. But you see, the world, the other part of the world is to remind us how powerful we are, that we do have everything that we need in the palm of our hands. But we lead from our heart. You see, the other part of that too is the symbology of that. She doesn't have any filter. She's showing up authentically, truthfully, with integrity and with confidence. So maybe this is a time for you to, adjust your posture, step forward. The Virgo energy will help us with getting some very practical, action-oriented steps. Doesn't mean you have to go and run a marathon, but it means what are the steps that align with your own truth, that align with your talents, your calling, your purpose. So just feel into that. Maybe make a wee note of anything that bubbles up as you just contemplate that. Okay, so now we are going to pull 3 of the Intuitive Whispers Oracle, because this is the other part of it, is that as we come into our heart's guidance, what do we hear in the whispers of our own guidance? Do you see that what I said about all the answers that we're looking for are looking for us? Sometimes it means that we just need to sit in the quietness and allow the murmurs to bubble up. So the first card that's come up for us here is your mind, your body, and your soul. Isn't that interesting? I said head, heart, and higher self. That's that trinity. So maybe that can actually help if you do have a propensity to rely on others for your own sense of happiness or your own sense of connection. So is to come back and to really get that connection authentically aligned for you, in whatever way that is right for you. And the next one is your soul knows. This is beautiful. Your soul knows. So, but sometimes we can get too much caught into the blah, blah, blah about our inner chatter. I saw a quote the other day that made, and I don't know, I can't remember who it was that said this or where I found this, but it really landed for me. It basically said our thinking process, our head, cannot solve problems. It can manage them. But the truth is our soul knows the way through. So drop into that. And that actually elevates our sense of trust too. Our self-trust is that even if our thinking process can't say, oh, here's the solution, or here's the best way forward, and it doesn't come in your thinking process, that's okay. It doesn't mean it's not there. And it does not mean that you have to beat yourself up and start thinking and thinking and thinking and being really caught in that left brain logical, got to work it out, because you don't. Your soul knows. So trust in that. And then gift yourself. Gift yourself. Isn't that powerful? That actually just gave me chills that those 3 cards came up for our lunar eclipse week and our full moon in the sign of Virgo. These are beautifully aligned energies with what I just riffed on about what we're stepping into. So I trust this aligns with you and that it supports you. Like I said, if you need any guidance or support or a wee bit more clarity on any of this, just let me know. You can message me directly or put it in the comments below. But I'm just about ready to send you off into this magnificently powerful, pivotal energy flow for this week. So like I said, I'm just going to pull one of the liberate your inner truth, because that's basically what we're doing. We're all walking ourselves home and we're liberating our inner truth. And that's perfect card that's come up here is I am sharing my gifts. What do you need to do? What action steps do you need to do to start really sharing your gifts and flowing with that? Let me read this out to you. Everyone has gifts, talents, skills, abilities. Sharing my gifts is a way to give to the world, not because I have to, but because it gives others an opportunity to learn, grow, and advance in ways they have yet to experience. May this energy serve you well. I wish you a beautiful week ahead, and I'll be back again with you next week for our check-in. Much love to you.